Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Gentleman Sim Racing Club, where tonight we bring you Disruptive Labs GTE Challenge from Shell V Power Motorsports Park at the Bend. My name is Tyson Broad, subbing in for Liam Banks. Tonight on producing will be Joe Baldwin. And Joe, very long version of the Bend tonight, nearly 8 kilometres, a couple of blind corners. Going to be very interesting to see how many cars keep it on the track.
Yeah, absolutely, Tyson. Good evening. Welcome back to one and all my first broadcast for the season. A little bit rusty on the buttons, no doubt, mate, but we'll do the best we can. Yeah, look, as you can see, the layout there from the wide view, which just appeared on me. But this track is one you almost need a map to get around it. There's that many twists, bends, and corners there. View of it. There's a lot of corners at the place, a lot of places to make errors, and it's one of those tracks that even a slight error, you get into one of the curbs here, they're quite sharp, and they can actually kick you out into the grassland very quickly. So, yeah, keeping it on the island, so to speak, is going to be very important for the guys tonight.
Yeah, definitely. A couple of blind corners as well is going to make things very interesting for the drivers tonight, as we're going to have a look at the championship standings in a minute after one round. As we can see, James Glasspool in the lead for DPR, so they're always going to be very happy with that. Behind him is Ben Woods, Matt Bailey, Pete Edwards, Lachlan Capel, Alex Kazinas,
The track
Brendan
temp is
Grosh,
20
Sam Cullen,
Celsius. The air
some
temp
wobbler
is
sharing
19.
P9 with
Okay, Baldy, I think should be okay.
at the minute.
We're aiming for around P30.
And yeah, that sort of rounds out your top 10 for the Disruptive Labs GTE Championship, as cars are rolling away on the latter half of the extended circuit. So perhaps you should have a look at the starting grid for tonight's race. As we can see here, we've got Stephen Bull for Rapid Team Rensport on pole, alongside championship leader James Glasspool with Ben Woods right behind him. And then we got Brendan Grosh, Aidan Lufway, Ryan Jones, Alex Terzinas, Derek Fitzgerald, Rodney Golland, and Troy Hollingworth in the top 10. John Akers in 11th, Liam Haycock, Brad Clayton, Luke King, David Hayne, Paul Wood, Travis Azzopardi, Sam Blacklock, Dave Oliver, and Greg Heaney rounding out your 20. You see Adam Maverick, Matt Schmidtke, Nathan Michael, Eduardo Zamora, Russell Gardner, Greg Colligan. Sorry about that one. Dane Snadden, Dale Sharp, Jeff Adams, and Nick Wood rounding out your 30. As I think we've got a couple more. Pete Madsen and Martin Lifsky rounding out your 32 car grid. So yeah, as we're approaching the green flag, it's going to be interesting to see how many keep it on the track, because of course no ABS in these cars.
No, that's right, and these things have got they've actually got a lot of grip, but yeah, it's maintained that grip because they've got the downforce. Like if you hit one of the sharp edge curves, it'll very easily transition from a heap of downforce, which GTEs are known for, to basically none. So yeah, going to be interesting to guys who can and can't keep it on the black stuff.
Yeah, as Stephen Bull leads the way on the green flag here, as Ben Woods looks like he's going to be challenging James Glasspool entering turn 1, as they're all jockeying for position behind. As yeah, at the minute no incidents, but we got an incident with Glasspool and Woods into T1, so that's going to be very disappointing for James. They're getting punted off at T1. As apart from that, they're all seemingly making their way through sort of double file from about 10th on back, as we head towards the flat out kink, as you know, all jockeying for position, as we see a couple of overtakes heading into the hairpin there, and a couple running wide, as we can see a little bit of runoff there, so we'll get our jail free card.
So far, Sam Blacklock's had a good start of it. So there, that's another position. So that's up Sam.
Yeah,
5, sorry.
Yeah, he'll definitely be happy with that start. As I saw some smoke there, I think it might have just been lock up of tyres, nothing too major. As Stephen Bull currently out to nearly a second lead over Ryan Jones at the minute. So Stephen's obviously looking to make a run for it at this point in the race. As we're getting to the end of what we call the S's out the back, with Stephen Bull in the lead, Ryan Jones second, Brandon Groch in third, with Aidan Lufway fourth, and Alex Kazinas battling Ben Wood to round out your top five as we're halfway through the first lap.
Seems to be a bit of a Porsche benefit up the front there. I believe the Porsche has been pretty OG in the GT3 ranks now. When these GTEs were sort of fairly prominent on iRacing, going back 7-8 years ago now, I know the Porsche GTE was absolutely my car of choice. I thought, actually not the GTE, it's the RSR is called, and I think the sound of it is just wild. It's an awesome car. So once you work on the setup of it, like it was, Porsche doing Porsche things right, rear, very rear bias with the weight with the motor in the back. But once you got a decent setup on these, you got them turned in nice, and where they look after the tyre, they were a stellar car to drive. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. I think I was more of a BMW person just because of the size of the thing, more than anything. But yeah, definitely seems to be a bit of a Porsche fest at the minute, up the front with Aidan Lufway sort of breaking up the re-Porsche brigade there. As I think Brandon Groch made a mistake somewhere around the opening lap to drop back. But yeah, Stephen Bull leading lap one as we're going to see lap times near the 3-minute mark around here. Quite a long lap, almost about probably only 50 seconds quicker or so than these cars were at Le Mans or something like that.
Probably on those sort of numbers, throw in a pit stop or two, probably somewhere between, I'd say, 18 and 20 laps, probably 19 laps. Might be maybe possible for cars tonight. So it's a long way around. Like I say, you want to have a mud map stuck to the dashboard, steering wheel somewhere. I think it's a great track. Look at the view. Like it's the Shaheen family certainly didn't spare any expense when they built the venue here. Unfortunately I actually left South Australia and moved up to Townsville about 3 months before this place opened. So I've driven past it since, but I never actually had gone to the place yet. So
as you see, Dave Oliver here getting involved in an incident with just a self spin. I thought maybe Glasspool might have gotten into him, but no, it was a self spin for poor Dave Oliver there. Going to lose him a bunch of spots in time.
I'd have seen him coming and just grabbed the brake and
there goes.
there.
Yeah, definitely not ideal from there. I don't think you could park there, but as we move back further to front, Stephen Bull nearly out to a 5-second lead already on Ryan Jones, so he's just running away with this at the minute, and I'm sure the others wouldn't mind a competition caution, Joe, at some point to closing the gap.
I think we might have to do a bit of a fuel sample at the end of this one.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe check the exhaust diameter as well.
Yeah.
Needs to be,
That's any of the guys that have tuned in on a Friday night to watch any of the racing would know that Stephen Bull is a name that's absolutely synonymous with open wheel cars. Like, we know how much prowess he's got in like the Indy cars and that style vehicle, but that's probably and I think I mentioned to you like pre-race that I was surprised to see him qualified on pole in a car with mudguards, but here we are, we're getting in, and he's just laid down a 2.718, 2.2 seconds better than the next car in line. That's why Aidan Lewthwaite, sorry, he's done a Brandon Grosh is 8. So 48.8 is best, and Stephen Bull with no toe punched out a 7-2. Amazing
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely also helps to be a good steerer in the case of Stephen Bull, as we see Aidan Lufay just over the last sort of lap and a bit. As we see Ben Woods here battling with one of the Jet Murray racing cars, and oh dear, getting turned around.
On the inside.
Yeah, so
surreal with the Alex.
Yeah, as yeah, that's.
No, so it's Alex who got up onto the inside curb.
Yeah, a bit of rear locking as well.
Yes.
Didn't help that cause. As, I think Alex has dropped back and sort of redressed that spot now. But Alex has dropped outside the top 10 now, as we see.
Greg's had enough.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe just letting a lot of people go. Yeah, at the minute, Rodney Golan currently in P5, up 4 spots. So definitely doing pretty good here, Rodney, for Riot Sim Racing.
Yeah, definitely. Look, he's one of the guys. He came into the club a couple of seasons ago, and he's generally always been there or thereabouts with his pace. I think from memory he was pretty good, like the V and that sort of stuff, and the open wheel cars. So good to see that's transferred over to here. He's done a few of the MtnMen races on Saturday night. He's a pretty good lad. Good, good guy to chat to, and certainly a handy racer. And he's got a lot of fast guys in there behind him as well. And speaking of fast guys that are behind him, have a look at Sam Blacklock. He's up 9 positions, so qualified 18th. And he's already got that Kiwi livery car up in 9th. So, yeah, he's on a bit of a charge. So if he's done that laps, we're going to end up by the top 3 maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I think that's an El Bamba Motorsport car from the Bathurst 12 Hour a couple of years ago when Matt Campbell won it for
that was a Kiwi-based team too, I think. So Bamba.
Yeah, Bamba being a Kiwi as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And Sam also being a Kiwi, so I guess there's a connection there as to why he maybe chose that paint. Probably also doesn't help that his team, Orbit Drop Bet, doesn't have a paint for GTEs, as we see Ben Woods sliding down the inside of Derek Fitzgerald there for him to get back up in the P6 as well.
Definitely. One of the things for our Kiwi viewers, another guy I'd like to see him get behind in real world racing, the man by the name of Max, young fella. He came out to Australia. He was the New Zealand #1 sprint car driver. He won the title last year. He was meant to defend it a couple of weeks ago, but he was busy here in Australia running our Speed Week series and the Classic. And I believe his first shot at the Classic, he 8th last weekend, final, and had the rookie of the rookie of the Classic. And I don't think a rookie, other than obviously American drivers, I don't think they've ever finished that high. So yeah, great work by him, and he's actually competing tonight and tomorrow night at Mount Gambier Borderline Speedway, my old home track. Australian title, which normally people from overseas aren't eligible for, but he has been an Australian resident, actually lived in New South Wales a number of years ago, and holds an Australian passport. So that means he's eligible. So good luck to make him in the Australian sprint car title at Borderline Speedway Mount Gambier there weekend.
Yeah, definitely. As we're having a look at Ben Woods here, who's recovering after getting spun at the hairpin a little bit ago. Currently running 5th is the guy that was running P2 in the standings at the start of the night. As we haven't heard anything from race control regarding that incident at turn 1, lap 1, but so far so good for Ben. As Stephen Bull out to nearly a 10-second lead already in the field. Jeez, already give him the race win. Already give him the win. But as we say, it could all go wrong through no fault of your own in sim racing. So let's hope that doesn't happen to Stephen.
Well, man, as you can see out the windscreen here as you ride along, it's not going to be long Well, I mean, he's already lapped a couple of guys who have been pit bound, but he's going to be into lap traffic soon enough. So, I mean, he's he's got the runs on the board and the experience. He'll be able to navigate the lappers, but it's knowing what some of them guys are going to do when he actually gets to them. Right, that's what. That's half the problem. But when you get into lap traffic, is you might know what you're doing, but you can't always trust that the other guys are going to.
Yeah, as I think there's a battle on near sort of like the teen area. Apparently, it looks like a couple of cars going at it. As we see Nathan Michael here, he's not too far away from who's there in front of him. Dave
and Maverick.
Yeah, so yeah, a couple of cars here battling over. The sort of late teens positions. Yeah, seem to be having a good old crack, these boys. As yeah, we could, if we have a look at as David Haynes makes a move on Adam Maverick here, and also it looks like Nathan Michael as well, and Adam sort of just getting out the way there.
And Greg Haynes got him playing as well.
Yeah, as maybe we have a look at the two cars of Heaney and Maverick. We can sort of see the size difference between sort of the high-sitting RSR and the low-slung Ford GT as well. So, yeah, very different design.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure about the Ford GT. I've never heard a lot of people actually rave that it's a good car to drive. So it's probably an interesting for Mav to have picked. I mean, it looks badass, you know, like it looks really, really tough, but I haven't heard a lot of people with high praise for it.
Yeah, definitely a car that's
locked rears.
Yep. So, maybe not lock rears, but maybe overworked them at another area, and they've just gone, yeah, I'm not going to give you grip here. So we sort of focus a little further towards the front here. Rodney Golan hasn't got anyone directly behind him, but John Akers has got Liam Haycock right behind him. As yeah, it's starting to become a bit of a train here with Haycock, Blacklock, and Glasspool all following John Akers behind. As yeah, they'll be looking to get a move on. Getting past John, but John will also try and put up at the fence as well.
I'm not sure what happened with Sam. He was in 9th position not long ago, and he's currently back down.
I'm not entirely sure what happened.
He's had an incident where he's back.
Yeah, as we might want to get back to live pictures shortly, as just a little bit of an off-track moment there, but yeah, they were 3 wide heading into T1 there, and looks like Sam's come out on top as a backup in the P9. So yeah, definitely good going for Sam. I noticed he was quite a late entry into the server, sort of came in just at the start of qualifying, so maybe still just getting used to the car and track combo is Sam. As Glasspool also followed Blacklock through to now be ahead of Liam Haycock. As seems to be a good recovery drive from Glasspool as well. As we have a look at Matt Schmidtke, he's right on the back of Dave Oliver at the minute, and pressurising him and hoping that he makes a mistake so he can slip on through.
Quite a bit of pressure up the front here. Brandon Grosh is all over Aiden Leithwaite at the moment.
Yeah, so what's happened to Ryan Jones then? Because he was in second a bit ago, and he's now down the 4th and a little bit behind these two as well, and is now under pressure for Ben Woods. But yeah, as we see Brandon...
I can grab that for you.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah.
He's coming up through, I believe, turn 11, and just clip the curb. Yeah, grab the curb, and yeah, gone off to see one of the power lines around here.
That'll do
As,
it.
yeah, that will cost you a couple of seconds and a couple of positions as well. So, yeah, so now Aiden Lufe's going to have to try and defend from Brandon Groch here. Yeah, definitely Porsche seems to be superior compared to Beamer so far, but Aiden's doing a good job to hold him off. Result.
Oh,
As I say that,
was.
Brandon Grosh makes a move down the inside. So, yeah, Brandon Grosh up into P2 now. So, yeah. As, yeah, Aiden looks like to make a challenge as there might have been some incidents further back through the pack. I think Sam Blacklock's now dropped a couple of spots now down to 13th as well. So, maybe an incident happening back at the pack. It's running a little bit wide and contact with Glasspool there. So, yeah, unfortunate for the 215. He's going to have to make his way back through the pack. As we have a look at that from Glasspool's point of view. And
I tell you what,
yeah.
I can't really lay that one on James' shoulders. Like, yeah, I think Stan's sort of run wide, and it's opened the door for James, and he's put it in there, and as his models do. And yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I'm not in race control, but yeah, it looked to me like Sam might have tried to shut that move down, but James.
Yeah, definitely. It will be a discussion to see how much overlap was achieved at what part of the corner as well. So, yeah, definitely one for race control to sort out, and glad we're up here and not the one making that call.
Yeah, no. Quite happy doing what I'm doing. So I'm not sure if we got RC in tonight. I can't see anybody in any of the race control booths at the moment, so it may end up being something that we have a look at post-race.
Yeah, definitely. As yeah, Aiden Luflate still not letting go of Brandon Grosh here for P2, so he might be just, you know, thinking, okay, I might not be able to get by him, but if I can just stay on the back of him and save fuel, I can jump him in the pit stops here. As yeah, with that 40k an hour speed limit as well, as we see Nick Wood here running wide back onto the international circuit and going for a couple of spins as well. I thought we'd save donuts till after the race, but hey ho, each to their own. As we see Glasspool now on the back of, looks like John Akers for P8 and 9. As Glasspool's doing a rather good job to recover from that incident in lap 1. As yeah, last time through, Glasspool was actually a couple tenths slower than Akers, but I think that might have been due to the incident with Blacklock. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see if Glasspool can make his way through on John Akers and get up to P8. And then after that, it'll be Rodney Golan for Glasspool. As oh, looking for a move down the inside on Glasspool on Akers, and yeah, it looks like he's got it done. So James Glasspool back up to P8, and he'll have his sights set on Rodney Golan for P7.
Alex, experience back here. Showing he's had an off track and he's come back on, had an incident. So let's get a curb.
Yeah, probably just running a little bit wide, I think, there, and yeah, definitely not ideal to be going off track there. And we'll see if he rejoins into someone. No, okay, just I guess that might have just counted the spin as the incident there. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. As
yeah, no, I think that.
Yeah, just clipped a bit too much curb, bounced him over, and yeah, that was all she wrote.
Let's be honest, we've all been there.
Yeah, definitely.
Very easy. And I think I mentioned that in the pre-race, how aggressive the curves are here, especially when you get a car like this style of car. They're very, very stiff sprung. They don't have a lot of moving in suspension, so you hit those sharp edge curves, and especially with a high downforce aero-based car like these packages are. Once you get them bouncing, they lose that downforce, and away they go. Just they lose their percent grip very quickly, and even with a seasoned competitor like Alex, they're very hard to control.
Yeah, definitely. As I think we've seen a couple of people make their first stops. It look like Rodney Goland and John Akers are one of the few to make their first stops. So you see Dale Sharp as well in the lane, and looks like he might be out of here for tonight. A bit of disappointing to see people leave so early, but if the race isn't going well, then I guess it might be better to, if he's had an incident with someone, better to disconnect from the server rather than do something you might regret later.
Yeah, well, when
I've been in that incident.
Yeah, when you look at somebody like Stephen Ball, already almost to the tune of just over 14 seconds ahead, and we're only 20 over a third of the way through the race. Yeah, that's very, very close to being like that's half a point up ahead, really.
Yeah. As it might be a third due to the pit lane speed here being only 40 k's an hour. So
140, wow.
Yeah, basically a school zone. So yeah, and stop times for the others looks like they're around the 13 to 14 second mark. So I guess Stephen Ball's got the stationary time. He'll be in the pits on the field, but unfortunately not the transit yet. So we're having a look at Ben Woods currently in P5 and on the back of Ryan Jones. As it looks like Aidan Luflate's dropped off Brendan Grotch as well. So unfortunate for Aidan, he wasn't able to follow Brandon, and now he's going to be under pressure from Ryan and Ben behind, as well as Fitzgerald isn't too far behind either.
Ben's showing his pace, isn't he? Like he was involved in an incident earlier on with Alex, and and he's pulled his way back up. He's 2 and a bit seconds out of off of second position. So awesome drive by Ben tonight so far. He's certainly definitely picked up the pace, which is great to see. I mean, he's put in the laps, he's put in the effort, so it's a great reward for the effort lately with the pace, and it's across the board. Just about everything he gets in now, the guy. So well done.
Definitely. As we look back to the first of our pitters so far, with Rodney Goland currently behind Russell Gardner, who hasn't stopped and should probably have the presence of mind that Rodney's already made a stop, and so there's probably no need to fight him too hard, but obviously he is for position, so if he can keep him behind for a little bit, there we go, making a move. As Russell I think made a little bit of a mistake there as well and ran a little bit wide. So unfortunate there for Russell to lock up and run wide, but that means Rodney now has about 10 seconds ahead of him before he catches Matt Schmicke, as we move back to this gaggle for battling for P3 at the minute. As I wonder if we're going to start seeing pit stops soon, because the quicker you can get the stop done, you might be able to cool the tires a little bit and get after it. As we look back at Adam Maverick, who's seemingly having a little bit of a lonely race. He's got Dave Oliver just a little bit behind him, but no one really in front of him to chase after.
Andrew Dyson was asking for the update on the so there it is.
There you go. There's Ryan Jones in P4 at the minute, sandwiched in between Luflate and Woods still. There's name I'm not super familiar with. Derek Fitzgerald still hanging on in P6, so he's doing a pretty decent job tonight. As behind him, Glasspool about 6 seconds back and still recovering from the incident on lap 1. So as we're on board with Fitzgerald as well now, as you can see, not super grippy these things now with the tyres wearing a bit and fuel loads coming down. As we see Brad Clayton in the lane. So
on your dice, eh? It's about the only sport out there.
Yeah, I'm in the camp that will disagree on that point, but anyway, we'll save Civil War here as we see Brad Clayton in the lane. As looks like he's only taking fuel only, and I think that might be the case with all the cars because tyres I think are taken separate to fuel in this car, so might be a case of just taking fuel only.
I think these cars were generally it was tyres would last for ages, like GTE. Obviously, the E's for endurance. They're a bit different to the GT3s, which I think what are they getting about 30 minutes? I think aren't they to it with the GT3s now? Didn't they sort of trim the tyre life out of them? I think from memory. So. But these GTEs, obviously, yeah, they should be able to go on an hour's race on the tyre. So,
yeah, I think GT3s it's more sort of the hour mark. Yes, Scott, it is GTEs, not pickup. Yeah.
Good evening, Adam, as well. Great to see you back in, mate. So I didn't have the chat up there for a long time, but I'm sure you've been around. So welcome back to a new year, 2026.
Yeah, definitely.
God,
we're almost near the end
now, Tyson.
Yeah. Yeah, can't believe it's already near the end of January already for 2026. As we see, we click back to this battle for the top 5. Currently Ben Wood's bringing up the rear of this battle pack, and there's a bit of a moment there for Ben. That's going to drop him off the tail of Ryan and give him a little bit of fresh air behind. So, yeah, not an ideal moment to spite the tyre pressures as we see Fitzgerald in the lane as well. There's also Paul Wood here.
Sam, another off.
Oh, yeah. As got caught on the curb, and he's going off to explore those power lines as well. So
needs to get himself needs to go and get himself right on lawnmower if he wants to run out there.
Definitely.
Coming into the pits now.
Yeah, we got Fitzgerald. Looks
Hardy.
like
If Adam, Fitzgerald.
Yeah, those guys making what should be their one and only stop if they manage to go this far on fuel. Looks like Fitzgerald might have taken tyres there. Having come off the jack, so not 100% sure on maybe why he did that. Perhaps he forgot to tick him off, but that's probably double the length of the stop that we've been seeing from some of the other cars as well. If that was a misstep on his part, then that's a little disappointing because he was running rather well. And he's now, he's still in front of Rodney Goll and John Akers as the first car to a pit. So yeah, definitely wasn't ideal, shall we say, but perhaps maybe with fresher tyres he can get after it and catch some guys.
Hope there's no absolute vodka in his veins while he's running around.
Well, some people might. As we click back to this battle for the top 5 here.
Yeah, that's right, Adam.
Yeah, as we have Aiden Leithwaite and Ryan Jones going at it for P3 on the road. If you were Ryan, would you potentially undercut and go for a stop now, or would you back yourself to get by him on track.
Look, I would probably, if, like, we're obviously in the window now where they can get home on one stop, I would probably die if Aiden doesn't go to the pits. I'm going. Nah, it looks like they're all heading that way anyway.
They're all heading in now, so it looks like this is the point where they're going to be running out of fuel here. As we see Brandon.
If Aiden had gone in and he had had enough fuel, go and do another lap and try and get that jump on him. But obviously he's taken it down where he doesn't have enough fuel on the lap, so in they come.
Yeah, and it looks like everyone's coming in, so it looks like this is the point now where you're running out of fuel. Looks like we've almost had a collision in the pit lane with Paul Wood and Sam Blacklock, as well as Stephen Ball leaves the lane. Sam's picked up a penalty for speeding in the pits, I think, as well. So that's going to drop him out of the running for a solid result.
That'll be another 45 seconds. Guys are on their way out.
Yeah.
13 over Mav.
So Mav.
But yeah, he hasn't picked yet.
Yeah, so maybe the Ford has a slightly bigger tank, or it's Adam Lavis doing his classic fuel save.
Adam Lavis doing Adam Lavis.
Yeah. As he'll probably have the wherewithal to know that the cars immediately behind him have already pitted, and no point fighting them for too much longer. So it looks like these cars can go 11 laps around here on a tank of fuel. Not 100% sure on the tank restriction. Maybe there is a couple of percent there, but it looks like the field is being cleansed at this point. So it looks like Adam Maverick's the only car that hasn't pitted yet. And I'd say
stationary 57 seconds. Wow. Everybody else is about 18. So that was a 40 seconds.
Yeah. And it looks like he's coming out right behind Alex Texidis as well. It looks like he might have either got a speeding and pit penalty or he's taken tyres. So you'll have to wait and see on that.
Alex, who's station? Five stationary. Craig Clayton. Penalty. Ford Fuel King says. Is it going to go again? People might expect a little hybrid power underneath it to go from up that. Round Brandon Hale. There he goes. That is clean. 1 hour 5 hour drive. Look, yeah. I don't know about Tyson, but for me, I'm the wrong person for you to ask that, because I'm more a fan of sprint racing. I'm pretty boring. I don't have the attention span to do anything how long.
We'll see what happens with Matt Schmidtke here. Just a bit of a lock-up and a self-spin. As he went for a bit of a wild ride in the P-Cups last night, from what I saw. As looks like Rodney Golding's coming in again, and John Akers as well. So perhaps they pitted too early on the first time round, or didn't fill it up enough. As Yeah, but I think they pitted quite a few laps before everyone else.
Yes.
So maybe they made a misstep there.
9 seconds station gone.
Golan's still stationary.
There.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's picked up a penalty or not as well. So look, no penalty for Rodney Golan. So yeah, maybe he's thrown in the towel already, or yeah, something's happened to him. So yeah, been unfortunate for Rodney there. He was running rather well. As we flick back to Ben Woods and Ryan Jones. Ryan seems to have dropped off a little bit off of Mr. Leafweight in front of him, so he's now looking at his mirrors more than out the windscreen. So yeah, still unsold on this layout. Ben Woods has a bit of a moment there. But yeah, still unsold on the layout there. It seems as though the field gets a bit too spread out for this style of racing. So yeah, maybe if we had ran the international circuit, maybe it would have been a little bit better and interacting more with lap traffic.
Yeah, shorten it up a bit, and if you David.
Currently running 13th at the minute for David Haynes.
Up 5.
10th, sorry.
We started.
Yeah. I know the shorter layout and interacting lap cars would have made Stephen Bull's night a bit more interesting. That's for sure. Because yeah, he's currently out to a 17-second lead, and I'm sure Stephen would have liked to have seen a couple of cars to overtake. But I'm sure he's not complaining too much at this point. As we're having a look at Sam Blacklock.
Which version of the track is it that supercars generally run when they travel here?
Well, up until this year, they've been using the international loop, which cuts off the back part of the circuit. But obviously this year they're going to be running the west layout, which cuts off at the hairpin beginning of the lap. So yeah, 500 k's around that track. It's going to be rather interesting. Hopefully it at least makes it a little more lively, because I think this year's was a bit of a snooze fest.
As far as rulers cars go, I'm not sold on the whole losing Neil Crompton. In saying that though, I think that the team that's coming in, Matt and all, and oh God, what's his name? Unfortunately, oh God, I can't think of the name at the moment. Yeah, there's some good guys that are coming in, but I think Crompo, he's been cars and ATCC before then. He's been around for a long time. He's very knowledgeable. So yeah, it's certainly going to miss his voice, but I'm sure we can get him in Friday night. He'd be happy with a bit of pay that we can get. I don't know that if you've got nothing to do, Neil, we can one or two and yeah. Not sure that we can afford him, but
yeah, I guess it was like the days of back in F1 in the early 2000s when we lost Mario Walker from the TV screens.
Yes.
In F1, the voice of F1, I'd call him. But
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, as we see the top five here with third, fourth, and fifth still battling it out. And tell you what, Brandon Grotch better not lose too much focus here, otherwise he could find himself being drawn into this battle as well. If Paul Wood finishes in the top three, I'll provide a prize for the top three next week in this race. Well, can you change that to the top 10? Because he's currently running ninth. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see whether he can stay there. He's currently doing rather well, and he's got no one really pressuring him from behind as well.
Yeah, no pressure,
10
Paul,
seconds
no
back.
pressure.
Yeah. Luckily, these things have TC and drive rates banned entirely.
Unfortunately, now after the round of pit stops, this is about the only battle track is. So Brandon Gosh, Aidan Luthwaite, who's dropped off from the back of he's got his hands full with Jonesy right about now. So this is the only battle we got on track at the moment.
Yeah, a little bit disappointing, but I guess with 18 minutes to go, I guess a battle for the top somewhere in the top 5 isn't too bad, given the length of track around here. A bit like Le Mans, where racing gets a bit too strung out, and therefore, you know, us as commentators, we don't have much to go on about.
On that TV and the cricket over there and tennis, and yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't followed the tennis much, but I do know that the English girl, Inglis, the Aussie Perth, Maddie Inglis, I think. He's actually for James races sprint cars over here in WA. He was actually on the east coast, and I believe he's actually so he's not racing the Gold this weekend. He didn't race the Classic last weekend, but he actually decided to park the car in the transporter, and he headed to Melbourne to support his sister up into the quarterfinals. And I'm not you heard about it, Tyson, but she got to the quarterfinals guaranteed a $480,000 payday. So I think she's at 800,000 in so far, and over half of it come from one tour in Melbourne. Yeah, so yeah, great on well done to the young English Perth.
Yeah, haven't really been keeping up with tennis too much. Not really sort of my sport of choice, but
hey,
that's a story for another day.
Tennis?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that. If anyone pipes up in the comments saying they don't like it, but yeah, it's Ryan Jones now looking like he's lip streaming Aidan Luthwaite, and he's going to try for a move into T1 here. As yeah, he's cleared him just clipped off the track, and now Ben Woods is going to try and sneak in as well. But Aidan Luthwaite's going to make a dive on Ryan Jones as well, and a bit of biff and barge, and now Ben Woods coming through as well. They're going to slide, and Aidan Luthwaite's off the track and hit the wall. As it looks like 3 into 2 doesn't go there on that occasion, and yeah, shame for Luthwaite. He was running rather well. So it all starts with Luthwaite going for the dive into T3 there, and Woods just didn't account. He didn't account for Ryan Jones there being still having overlap on Luthwaite.
If we have a look up right. Oh, yeah, so it was, yeah, my bad, sorry.
Yeah.
Going.
Yeah.
Bump out there. Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aidan sort of, yeah. I'll leave that one to post-race. I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah. it seems as though Woods probably could have left more room and didn't account that Ryan Jones still had overlap on Luthwaite. So
Aiden's made sure he's given Ben enough room, and unfortunately Ryan was still there with a bit of overlap. So yeah, unfortunate for Aiden that Tim Watson, he's one of our RC teams. So yeah, don't give your opinion in here. That's it. Put your hands over your eyes. I see nothing. You know evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. As Luthwaite now is going to have to fight Derek Fitzgerald, who I believe is on at least 2 fresher tyres than Mr. Luthwaite. I don't know if he's taken 4 or 2, as it looks like Luthwaite's made a mistake and Fitzgerald's gone through. So looks like Aiden's going to have to calm down those tyres after that spin there. So, unfortunate for Hayden, he's dropping back, and I guess Fitzgerald will be happy with an extra spot gained.
Might even have a little bit of damage on that left rear where there was a contact with Brian. He's really struggling. I don't know that that's as just as hot tyres. It really seems to be struggling.
Yeah, well, he also hit the wall at the back end of his car, so maybe that's causing a little bit of discomfort, maybe with a little bit of diffuser damage as well as he comes into the lane as well.
He's in for I'd say he's in for a fast
damage repair.
Yep.
Yeah. He might have had enough after that incident as well. So unfortunately for Aiden, as we flip back to Ben Woods here, who's now that battle settled down, it looks like the next battle on track will be as a party and Tzidkiss, and they're not even on to lap 17, as Stephen Bull was about past the S's as well. So that's how big the field spread is from 1st to 15th. I suppose it is good that cars aren't getting lapped and they're getting the full quota for this race.
Yeah, definitely. And I sort of thought we were going to be around the 19 lap mark, but I think we're certainly going to eclipse that. Probably the lap 21. Got 12 minutes, which 4 and a bit laps. So you've got 21 laps.
Yeah, my count is saying about 4 laps left. So, yeah, I'd say we're probably going to get to the end of 21 here, as Tzidkiss is passed as a party, and now it looks like we've got a couple of cars in a line. Looks like as a party, Akis, Heaney, and Oliver are going to scrap it out for the last couple of spots inside the top 20. There's a bit of an interesting car choice in this battle as well. 2 Corvettes and 2 Porsches as well.
Yeah, the RSR. Look, I'll be honest. If I was running here, I'd be in the RSR. I think it sounds amazing.
Yeah, I did round 1 in the Corvette, just due to nostalgia more than anything. Because the last time I drove these things was about 2021. Also, back when a series called AMF was running around. And this sort of brought back the spirit of that. Maybe this race was a little bit too long for this track, and but that's part of the learnings, and I'm sure that will be taken into account for future rounds.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. I think an hour's probably without random stops or something like that to punch the field up at. End up with it. So I wouldn't mind betting oldest back at him. John Akers, about my age, or maybe a little older. Woodsy. He's younger. So, I think John Akers maybe your man.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't be up there, at least not for another 30 years, sadly.
Who knows?
To you guys.
Don't say sadly, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. As we've got just under 10 minutes to go, as John Akers looking to fill Travis Hardy's mirrors with his RSR, but he's got to be careful that he doesn't open the door for Dave Oliver behind as well, who looks to try and get the switch back on him, or try and just gather momentum around the outside of him. as yeah, Akers and Oliver having a pretty good scrap here for P17 on track, and Oliver's going to make a dive into the hairpin here as oh no, bit of contact there, and Oliver goes around. Bit of disappointment there as you know, that brings up a spot for Greg Heaney.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Commentator cares. Blame Tyson.
All good. I'll take the heat. But yeah, it looks like Dave just clipped the back end of Akers there and spun him around, which can happen. So we have a look at Luke King further up in just inside the top 10, up 4, and just one of these guys that has had just a relatively quiet race, not really getting involved in anything, and yeah, just going about his business and ending up inside the top 10.
Yeah, you actually took the words out of my mouth. That's what I sort of picked out. I looked at, do have, had a chat about it tonight, and I'm like, Luke, he's come up 4 from where he started. He looks like he's been punching that time 1 mark, so been most of the line. Had years, he just right tail end top 10, 6 seconds over Mavs. So with probably 2 laps to go, he's banking.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jeff Adams as well, up 15. He's currently most positions gained. I'm not sure if he qualified or not, so that'll have to be something else. No, I don't think he did. So unfortunately, he's not going to get the bonus for most positions gained in terms of GSRC ruling. But in terms of in the race itself, he definitely is gaining the most positions on track. As we see, looks like David Hayne is in the pits again. So is this a scheduled stop, or is he underfueled it trying to game it and got caught out?
Okay, he's just had a splash, so he's only taken just shy of a 9-second stop. So yeah, a little bit awkward for David there, but that does give Luke another up to 9th now.
Yeah, so is this a case of fuel saving to the end? Okay, sure.
Line up, Dan. Send them in.
Yeah, I'm not sure if can't remember. It might be my team boss. Yep, it is. Yep. So, yeah, lovely work, Dan. Yeah, I'll get him back at some point.
Got a little bit of spice up here for the miners on the podium. Ben Wood over Brandon Grosh here in the closing stages. So he's got 5 and a bit minutes, so 2 and a bit laps. Oh, probably 2 laps.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be 2 laps to go here. In ball into T1. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 2 laps to go for us tonight. As will Ben Woods get enough slipstream to have a challenge in T1, or is he going to save it for the last lap? I think he might just back off here and get him later in the race. But he's going to have to make his move soon because there's just under 5 minutes to go. As it looks like Nathan Michael and Sam Blacklock are also having a battle for just outside the top 10. As they're really going at it further on back. And looks like Blacklock's making a move on Nathan Michael. So thanks for that, Sondo. That's Blacklock up in 11th. As Grotch still hanging on. Last lap, Woods was 0.2 quicker than than Brandon. So he's going to have to try and find pace from somewhere if he's going to keep Woodsy behind him.
Very technical back section here. Rhythm has got to be everything up through here. A lot of curve there for Wood. Can't settle nicely off the curve though. Apex bad.
Yeah, definitely. I think
he's a lot more aggressive on the curves than what was Brandon. So whether that's that car, that Chev might be a bit more pliant over the curves, what the Porsche is maybe. I know I wouldn't want to be hitting curbs with those Porsches, not on your life. So I'd imagine it might be just a little bit more. Oh, he's right up under the rear wing now of Brandon Grosh. He's going to make a go over the last lap.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely really closed him in the last few laps. As well, I appreciate the comment, Tim. I definitely am a long way from the likes of Zach Caben and Scotty Rankin. But yeah, appreciate the compliment. As yeah, Ben's really pushing the limit here, dipping a wheel in the dirt and that to try and gain every single tenth he can in preparation for an attack on the last lap. As we get a check on Barney, I think he might be waving the white flag here. I didn't see him go by. So we'll keep an eye out for him here. As doesn't look like he is.
Yeah, right.
I think it might be 2 laps to go.
Oh, thank you, Adam. And thank you to Disruptive Labs.
Yeah, for bringing us this series. As yeah, this racing wouldn't be on across the board Monday to Friday without the sponsors of the club, as they flash through the top right of your screen. As yeah, shout out to those lovely people who help put on the show.
Tell you what, all I can think is Stephen Bull must have got across the line with seconds to go to trip the to miss tripping the white flag. So obviously this is an alternate lap. He'll take the white flag next time by.
Yeah, as that might throw a couple people into question marks in terms of fuel as well.
Absolutely.
Because, yeah, such a long lap, you're going to need probably quite a few number of litres to get around again. So yeah, it's going to throw a question mark on those for fuel usage. So maybe the likes of David Hayne was onto something in terms of getting the splash done relatively early, as Grosh now starting to defend from Ben Woods. As yeah, the battle's really heating up here. There's a little bit of a tailspin from
Ben be sitting up and about now, do you?
Oh, he might be. But yeah. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on if this is the last lap, or if we've still got another lap here. I think it might be the last lap coming this time. So we'll just keep an eye on Stephen Bull here. Oh, I think this is coming to the flag. As yeah, he's celebrating. So yeah, Stephen Bull wins the Disruptive Labs GTE challenge.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. As we have to flick back here for Groch and Woods, and it looks like Groch is going to hold on if he doesn't make a mistake out of this last corner. As yeah, Brandon Groch second with Ben Woods in third. As yeah, it looks like James Glasspool's going to come around for fourth, with his teammate Ryan Jones right behind him in fifth. And then we're going to go back a bit for Derek Fitzgerald in P6. And then we got Liam Haycock a little further back for 7th. And then, after Liam, we've got Paul Woods, coming around for 8th place. And then maybe put the kettle on, waiting for a P9.
Great drive by Luke tonight. You know, he a bit of a quiet achiever to sneak into the well inside the top 10 there. He's ninth, so up 8 positions from where he started. And
definitely.
And speaking of guys that are up, lots of there's a couple there that have come up a fair way.
Adam Maverick rounding out the top 10 with Sam Blacklock right on his tail there for P11. So, a bit of a disappointment for Blacklock with that speeding and pits penalty. That would have dropped him about maybe 30 to 40 odd seconds. Can't imagine what that would be looking like further up with, the last few cars coming around the line. It looks like trying to find who might be the last car across the line. Looks like maybe Brad Clayton might be the last. Looks like Matt Schmicke will be the last, to cross the line here for the GTEs. As
on Matt.
Yeah, come on. We're waiting for you.
Do it.
As he's going to come across the line for a 20th place there. So I think Brad has crossed the line already. So I think we can pull up the results now from tonight. So as you can see, we've got Stephen Bull in P1 with James Glasspool in P2 with Ben Woods in third. Oh, hang on. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's quality results there. So, all good.
That one. Sorry, my bad. There we
go.
Good.
There we go. So we got Stephen Bull winning by 20 seconds there in the end over Brandon Groch and Ben Woods, who were duking it out for 2nd and 3rd, with James Glasspool in 4th, Ryan Jones in 5th, Derek Fitzgerald in 6th, Liam Hancock 7th, Paul Wood 8th, Luke King 9th, and Adam Maverick in 10th, with Sam Blacklock, Alex Gazidis, Jeff Adams, Nathan Michael, John Akers, Dave Oliver, Greg Heaney, Travis at the party, David Haynes, and Matt Schmicke rounding out the 20 there. So, Joe, with that, shall we interview a couple of our drivers here who have joined us, or shall we go for the wheel spin for MtnMen?
I reckon we might go for the wheel spin first. We'll get that one out of the way. So over here, obviously, a couple from last season. We've run around this season. So, pretty good mix on. See what we're doing on the mountain tomorrow night. And 991.
The 991. So, might get a few people turning out for that one.
I think we might. So that, it's going to be a big one on the mountain tomorrow night. People get amongst it, and we'll have that one set up for anybody who wants to sort of practice as well, I'd say, because there'll be a fair bit of that going on.
Yep, and as we have a couple of drivers in here, we might start with the race winner tonight, Stephen Bull. Stephen, good evening to you. Was that as boring as it seemed from the outside, or was it a bit of action in the cockpit of your RSR tonight?
No, definitely not boring. It's the first time I've taken these tyres the full hour. Only done a couple of days practice, and it was mostly setup work. So I was quite happy with the start, and the first stint was really just trying to pull a gap because I didn't know what was going to happen toward the end. And sort of in the second half there, after the pit stops, it did start getting a bit squirrely. I probably had the setup a little bit too aggressive, and it was just a bit of managing there. And I had a few scary moments, but kept it all together. Yeah.
How was it driving this layout of the bend? were you more familiar with the international layout, and so this sort of threw you off and took you a couple laps getting used to, or did you actually really enjoy driving this track as a whole?
Yeah, I like the back section. It's one of my favourite parts. So good to get the full layout, but it definitely was difficult learning it. It's a bit of a Nürburgring situation the first few times you're going around it, where sometimes you come up on a section and you're like, oh, I don't really know where this bit goes, and a few blind crests there to contend with. So it definitely took a little while to learn, but once I was comfortable with it, it's nice just to drive around in a bit of a flow around this track.
Yeah, okay. And next week we've got the LA Street Circuit. Will we see you for that? And if so, what are you looking forward to in terms of that circuit?
Yeah, plan is to make the full season. Didn't quite make the first round, but looking to try and make all the rest of them. Be good to get back in Adelaide. Last time out there for me would have been the Australian Open Wheel Nationals, and that was a very difficult first chicane in that Super Formula Light. So taking it into a car that can, maybe hop curbs a little easier should be good fun.
All right. Well, with that, who would you like to thank for getting it done tonight?
Just the Rapid 10 Rennsport guys, and big shout out to Lucky Bruce for the delivery. It's absolute banger on this one.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, Stephen, and see you out there next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right. And with that, I might go to our second place driver, Brandon Grosh. Brandon, how was it out there tonight, given that Ben Woods decided to put you under pressure there for the last few laps?
It was very hot right now, but no, I'm just happy I held on. I was expecting Ben to pass me, but I guess he just sort of got the dirty air at the end and just couldn't quite make the rest of the ground up.
Yeah, definitely a bit of an issue with these cars. So when you're trying to hold them off, are you worried more about, tyres holding on, or just you making sure you didn't make any mistakes to stay inside the stay in P2 there?
For me, it was trying to minimise mistakes as much as possible. I knew that was my biggest thing. The tyres, I don't think were really dropping off at all. They weren't changing, so I just had to try and keep it on track as best I can and not make too many small errors to give him an opening.
Yep. And Adelaide next week, what are you looking forward to thrashing these things around there?
Not really too sure, to be honest. I'm in the same boat as Steven. Last time I raced, it was Australian Open Wheel Nationals, and that didn't end very well for me, so hopefully I can at least just be up near the front and not putting it into the wall somewhere.
All right. And with that, who would you like to thank for the result tonight?
All the boys at DPR. Only been with them for a week or so, but they're so much fun to be with. So thank you to all you guys. And then also thank you to GSRC, the committee, broadcast, and the race control. Thank you for the efforts you put in. And all of the sponsors at DPR, Staffed, High Performance Media, Lamprey Transport, DPR Docs at GG. And yeah, thanks everyone.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping in and having a word with us tonight.
Appreciate it, fellas. Thank you.
As we'll go to the third place driver, and the driver that couldn't quite get it done tonight, Ben Woods. Ben, how's it feeling out there? I know you were intrigued to see how tonight would go, and P3 not terribly bad, but you did have an incident at the start of the race there.
Yeah, P3 on track. I suspect I'll lose that in a post-race penalty. It's 100% my fault. I've already apologised to James. Just was caught out a bit by the braking the boys ahead, locked up. But no, it was a good race otherwise. It was a really good battle with Brendan. I just couldn't get past him. His car was faster where it was possible to pass around here. My car was quicker where it was impossible to pass. So it was just one of those things. It's still a good result. And looking forward to Adelaide next week. That'll be very interesting. T1, T2. See how the tyre barrier goes.
Yeah, definitely. what are you expecting in terms of, obviously tonight was fairly strung out in terms of action. Do you reckon next week will be a lot more carnage? And yeah, definitely one to get the damage bill prepared for.
Yeah, I think next week's probably a good one for live race control. And maybe an appearance of the safety car, depending how we go, or street circuits always seem to go. But now we'll see, just keep it clean and keep the car pointing the right way for 45 minutes and hopefully get a good result.
All right, well, who would you like to thank before getting on with your night?
Boys at OPR, Revolution Race Gear, iLiveries, Sam Blackbook Media, the man himself is in the comms channel, and Oski Engineering, Hybrid Tune, Hybrid Race Simulation, Stephen Tweaks, and Fart Colorectal Cancer. And thanks for broadcasting, guys. Have a good night.
Hey, before you go, Ben. Sorry, Tyson. Just want to notice when you were chasing Brandon there, you seem to be a lot more comfortable grabbing the curbs with your car with the Chev there. Is it a lot more stable, you think, than the Porsche? Like with the curves, and is that going to translate to like a car that's probably going to be easier to drive around a place like Adelaide that's got, it's got a lot of curves, as we know, and they're all sharp edge. Seems to be a South Australian thing to have sharp edge curves here at the Bend and at Adelaide. Is it something that you found with the car, where it's a lot more stable over curves than what we've seen from a lot of the guys in the Porsches tonight?
I haven't driven any of the other cars, so I'm not too sure how the Corvette compares to them, but the Corvette's pretty stable over the curbs. So if the Porsche isn't, then yeah, that's a big advantage going into Adelaide.
Yeah, no, it was just an observation. I noticed sort of, well, and I mean, Tyson say the same thing. Nobody in the Porsches was really attacking the curves, especially not you. You were probably more aggressive on the curves than anybody, but your car was still very stable coming off them. So whether that's a setup thing or just you got the tune, mate. It's it was one of the things I noticed. So yeah, well done. And yeah, look, even though you had that bit of an incident early, mate, you drove back up to a very strong end. So yeah, great drive tonight, mate. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Looking forward to next week.
Yeah, and I might have misheard. Could you please repeat your team name, because it might have been something I missed.
Corvette Drop Band Motorsport. You know
there you go. I thought you might have said something else there, but we'll leave it at that. Thank you, Woodsy. As yeah, we got one more driver in here. Liam Haycock. Decent result for you tonight. Sort of just stayed out of trouble for the most part, and yeah, just came home with my timing's played up. Can't remember where you ended up. It was 7th. There you go.
Up 5 in the 7th. So yeah, strong night.
Yeah, I'm happy with that, especially including last week. Also, that was a good result for me there, as I didn't crash or anything. But I was hoping for maybe a little bit more, but that's my 2 weakest tracks of the season out of the way early on. So, looking forward to the rest.
Yeah, and in terms of how next week's going to fare, you say it's probably one of your better tracks on the calendar. How do you think you'll go there?
I'm hoping okay, but I also know a lot of people, especially over in Aussie and whatnot, have done a lot of laps around Adelaide, so I'll have to wait and see. Just hoping to keep it clean again, because I'm just happy I haven't been getting involved in wrecks as much as I used to.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, is there anyone you'd like to thank for getting it done for you tonight?
A few people that have been racing in GT Masters, as you can see on the car, have helped me tidy it up a bit recently over the past few months.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you, Liam, for your time, and I think we'll see you out there next week.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
All right. And with that, Joe, I think that's everyone out the way. So, yeah, maybe we have a look at what's coming up for the next week. So yeah, obviously we mentioned the Adelaide Street Circuit for the GTEs, but yeah, next week for the GSRC, we got tomorrow night with the Porsche 991 for MtnMen tomorrow. But yeah, we're back Monday night with Okayama for the Super Formula Lights, and then we're back here again for 2 races at the Bend for GT Ferry. Pro-Am and Am will be broadcast next Monday night. Then Tuesday night, not broadcasted, we got Downforce Legends with the Radical SR8s from Miami International Autodrome, and then Retro Formula 1 at Motorsport for that's your Tuesday night out the way, and then we move on.
Just a heads up, if you haven't driven that car, especially at Motorsports, it's an experience. It's wild. Get in and join in, even if it's the only race you do all season. It's an absolute weapon of a car on a fantastic track that's at the end of the ring.
Yep, as we move on to Wednesday night, we've got more Motorsport action with the Aussie Legends Cup for 2 sprint races, and followed by the Supercars for 2 sprint races as well at Motorsport. And then Thursday night, we move on to Miami International Autodrome again for 2 sprint races in GT4s, followed by the Porsche Cup at Imola for just a 40-minute race there. So yeah, that'll be interesting. And then Friday night, as we mentioned, 45 minutes around the Adelaide Street Circuit. So yeah, it's going to be rather interesting. But any closing thoughts tonight, Joe, from tonight's action?
Yeah, look, very, very strong field of drivers. You know, like I say, I think, you know, like I said, Ben had a very strong drive to get caught early, and to drive back up into third. Whether there's a penalty coming his way, which even he said straight out that he's probably going to lose that third to James. But yeah, it's some of the big names probably made mistakes that you generally wouldn't see. So it just goes to show they're not an easy car to drive. You know, when some of our you know, some of our better drivers are making mistakes and you know, having issues like we've seen tonight, it's going to make for a very interesting championship when we get, you know, to rounds 8, 9, and 10, and you look at drop rounds and stuff. So even though a couple of the guys have probably had rough nights, you know, just come back, keep at it, keep the numbers up, and yeah, it's going to be a great championship. Go back 6-7 years ago, these were the car of choice. Everybody was racing, and they always put on racing, but you need the numbers. So yeah, keep at it, guys. Come in, join in on Friday night if you've got nothing to do. And Adam, you can, rather than sit there and watch, you can join in as well, mate, if you're fit and healthy. Look at this 3-wide stuff. So yeah, no, look, it's great to be back into the booth and broadcasting again. Unfortunately, some things out of my control had me out of the booth last week, but thank you to, I think it was Dan Yeaman, I think, up and did the broadcast for me last week. So yeah, thank you to him and the guys that covered for me last week. Yeah, looking forward again to getting to Adelaide and broadcasting a race around there.
Yep. And before we head off, we'll say thanks to the lovely folks ticking across the top with Disruptive Labs, who brought you the series here tonight, as well as Trophy AI, Waste Options, Pantech Industries, Sprite Insider, Merch.t, GSRC.inc, and Flash Graphics as well. And I think that's everyone sorted.
That is.
Yep. So from myself, Tyson Broad, he's Joe Baldwin. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.